I'd use the analogy of a fishing vessel, and this is a key point, the anatomy of a cyber attack. When the cyber criminals decide to go after an attack on the internet, they're not going after individual companies. This is a key point. They don't say, Termo is one that I want to go after. What they do is they scan the internet for a vulnerability. They've decided, with all of our R&D that the hackers do, we found a vulnerability, and now we're going to see how many people have it on the internet. So they gather that net up of all those companies that meet that vulnerability, and then that hacking ring decides, just like on a fishing boat, they'll have specific fish in the net that they want, and they'll grab those specific fish out, and then they'll go after those companies. But unlike in the ocean, when you catch, they call it bycatch, the fish that you're not actually trying to catch, they just throw those back dead into the water. That does not happen in the hacking world, folks. They take that bycatch and they sell it to somebody else, who then again may sell it to somebody else and could sell it to someone like Dave. No, wait, you're protecting him, not propagating the attack. So again, I'm just keep hitting home that you're not going up against unsophisticated people. You're going up against really the best of the best. And Dave and I were talking before, and Dave said, you know, in Russia, the cybersecurity people who are working during the day in their companies, they're working on protecting their companies from the same stuff that we are. But at night, they go home and they're all hacking. And so in Russia, for instance, in North Korea, those people are 24/7 spending time on the computer. During the day, they're protecting. During the night, they're going after people. And they become the best at protecting because they know what everybody's doing on the attack. So very, very sophisticated, very, very sophisticated. I just want to hit it again. Unlimited time, unlimited funds, and no consequences. People will make bad decisions when they have those three factors. You know, a good person or someone who's basically good will make the decision to do something bad. I consider what's happening today by these terrorist hackers from across the ocean to be an act of war. If you read the definition of the act of war, which the definition of an act of war has not changed for years and years and years, but if you take a few of the words in the definition and you put new terms to them, you'll see, it says armed. They don't have M16s, but they have amazing tools that they've developed to propagate these attacks. Mortality, a business dying, to me, is a mortality. But remember, people actually die. Hospitals get attacked, systems get turned off during surgeries, and people die as a result. So there is true morality happening in this cyber act of war. And the weapons are just the tools that they have. They're deploying them, just like shooting a gun. They're deploying that stuff onto your network to try and harm you. No one is really talking about it as an act of war. I wish more people would, because I think when you start talking in those terms, it raises up the intensity of understanding that you have to have of the threat.